a try.
It was actually like such like a proud moment for me, like, and my family. Didn't think I would debut for the Crusaders. A lot of like injuries, like growing up, and I've had like 4 surgeries already. I woke up, had like a massive seizure, like on the field, shaking on the field, and then slowly like getting up. Everyone's like, don't look at your ankle, don't look at your ankle. So I had like no proper season where I like went with no injury. It was like real tough at the time, like, but like, and I always had like massive belief in myself. It was never a thought in my mind that I was going to give it up, like, no matter what like setback I had.
Hey guys, welcome to the Waterlad podcast, and you will not believe this, but NordVPN have come up trumps once again with an outstanding deal for all Waterlad listeners. If you've never heard of a VPN, then this will be a game changer for you, as it allows you to change your virtual location to anywhere in the world. It helps you watch sport, TV shows, movies, and will even allow you to get discounts on flights, hotels by booking them from the country that you might be heading. What I love about Nord is that it's the fastest VPN in the world. There's never any buffering or lag, and you've got the ability to connect one NordVPN account to 10 different devices, which makes NordVPN an absolute no-brainer. To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/waterlad, and you'll get 4 months extra for free on the 2-year plan, and there's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast description below. What a lad. Well, when someone bursts onto the Super Rugby scene, there's always a demand from you Waterlad listeners to hear more about them, and that is exactly where Waterlad comes in. He's at just 24 years old, having had 4 seasons of NPC with Counties, and into his 3rd season with the Crusaders. The 2025 Super Rugby season has been one to remember, where he's quickly become one of the star hookers in the competition. He's dynamic and powerful with footwork and a special ability to run a hole. He also nails his set piece, and he loves a try-scoring celebration. He is super humble, and he is one champion lad with a huge future ahead of him. It is, of course, the great man himself, Ioane Moananu. Welcome, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Did I nail the last name?
Yeah, that was good.
Moananu.
Yeah.
Not many people get that right, do they?
No.
The common one being Moananu.
Yeah.
And I think there's been a few others.
And a few other left field ones. Added a couple letters at the end, but that's it. Moananu.
Moananu.
Yeah.
It'll be a good one for all the commentators to try and get right over the next few years while you keep carving up like you are at the moment. Like, what a year this has been. 2025 season. This last 12 months for you has been pretty incredible, eh?
No, it's been special. I've really enjoyed playing footy this last couple of months. It's been actually like so fun just being in rugby park and being in the environment with everyone, and getting an opportunity to play. It's actually been real cool. Eh?
Yeah, because that opportunity, like, not many people know, like at the start of the year or 12 months ago, you were mainly on the bench for Counties, didn't really have a contract. You signed with the Crusaders on a wider squad. You're the 4th choice hooker. Brodie McAllister goes to the Chiefs before the season starts. Cody Taylor gets injured. George Bell gets injured. And then round 1, you're the 1st choice hooker, and you've absolutely taken your opportunity.
Yeah, no, it's actually been like, so unexpected, eh? But I guess it was like God's plan for me to come down here and sort of, I always like knew that I wasn't going to come down here and just sort of sit behind and be happy sitting behind George and Codes. So when the opportunity did come, made sure like preseason went real well.
Yeah.
And it did go real well, and sort of made the most of it.
What was the key to your preseason?
I think just I had a good conversation with Dan Perrin, Piggy, up forwards coach, just around things that he thought I needed to get better at, and I think the main one was my fitness. I'm not gonna hide from it. The main one was my fitness. So the whole preseason, man, just over altitude bike sessions at peak. So just us and a few of the boys, we call it the Jigglypuffs or the boys that needed to lose a couple of kegs. So we just all went there, and every Saturdays and just grinded out in the altitude bike session. And
So what is that like? What is that session?
well,
Put
it's
a
just
mask on.
40 minutes of pain, or
Yeah.
an hour of pain. Like you're just in a room, they suck out all the air from the room,
Oh, okay.
and then you're just on a bike. You can imagine like being on a bike, doing a bike session on its own. It's actually like hard.
Yeah.
And then you suck the air out of the room, and then you're trying to breathe, and like your muscles go weak. You can't hear the
Right.
bike. So it's just real hard. I tell all the boys, like, because it was their first, some of them were first year
Yeah.
doing it. I was like, man, it's going to be sore, but at the end of it, it'll feel good, man.
I've only seen the clips of guys spewing off the bike. It looks nasty.
It's so nasty, yeah. I think your first time there, it's like, and you go all out, bound to spew, eh? But it's so good.
It
Eh?
obviously works though. Look at you.
Yeah, after preseason when I was down like 5 kg, so
Oh yeah.
a lot lighter. Could feel like I could do a lot more in the field, which helped a lot. Like coming into preseason, and like sort of didn't have that much like injuries or niggles like throughout preseason, so I just like was in like training full time. So I was just like there was like no times where I stopped training and then sort of fell behind, and then was just in it from the get go.
Yeah. And has that always been something that's sort of been a little bit of an Achilles heel for you? Has been the fitness side of things, or?
Yeah, just feel like just something that like always sort of had like what say issues, but like growing up, just love eating, eh?
Yeah.
But like this year, man, I actually like made sure like I had like good conversations with my counties coaches. Sort of went like either way, like before, like as you said in the beginning, we were talking like I was on the bench most of the time.
Yeah.
I wasn't getting selected in the first few rounds. I was telling everyone that I was injured, but I actually wasn't injured. I just wasn't getting picked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we look back at that now and think, how were you not being picked? Like you're one of the star hookers in Super Rugby, and you weren't getting picked for counties most games.
Yeah. Well, I went back counties after the Crusaders season last year, and had like a Liz Frank on my foot.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of from then on, just sort of like lost my way a little bit and sort of gained a little bit of kegs, and then went to training like real sluggish, and coaches could see it and pulled me aside and said like, man, it's been like a ongoing thing for you, like you would start real well and then towards NPC like you just go back down, and and then just told me like man, you're very talented, but like your talent can only take you so far. And that conversation really like hit home for me, and I was just like, man, like he's in my head first. I was like, man, stuff this guy.
That first aggressive reaction. Always the
and
case.
then I went home and I thought about it more, and I was like, man, he's actually like, this coach actually cares for me, and I know he cares for me because he told me straight up. And I thought of it, I was like, yeah, he actually like is telling the truth. And now when he told me, and then I just that week after that, just sort of just like made sure I nailed everything, and I think he saw that I did, and then after that like picked me, and then just had like a good like end of the NPC season, which is pretty good. Yeah.
Mate, and then into some form. Have you found this year? Like obviously were you nervous going into the first game starting, or do you feel ready?
Nah, I was nervous, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, I was nervous as but I don't know if codes, I called codes like so many times, like talking to him like at Rugby Park.
Throughout the week.
Oh, yeah. The build up. Because we played Highlanders the preseason week, and then Belly went down.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's no one else. Like, this is me. Like, I was like, oh. So the whole week I was like talking to codes, man, like how do you prep your week? How do you like make sure you get to the game and you're prepared? Talk to Piggy.
Yeah.
Talk to Quinny, mental skills.
Yeah.
Talk to Conrad, bro. I was talking to everyone. I was talking to everyone, and I could tell like everyone knew I was like nervous.
Yeah.
But I had an injury at the time as well.
It was your ab.
Yeah, it was my ab. And it was sort of like a blessing in disguise, because then I was focused more on the injury, and it sort of like took my mind away from the game.
Yeah. What's the thing you're most nervous about as a hooker going into those games? Is it the line-out throwing, or is it just the thought of having a shocker? Or
before was my line-out throwing.
Yeah.
I used to be so nervous about my line-out throwing, but like now it's like second nature. I think I've done like so much work with the boys and the coaches around it that I have like so much confidence in it now. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
And you put that down to just putting the reps in?
Bro, just reps, just continuous like reps on it. Like, I guess it's like any skill, like the more you do it, the better you get at it. So
yeah,
it was definitely like a skill that I was like so bad at it growing up. But like now, like I have like a lot of confidence knowing that I've like done the work, sort of prepped myself throughout the week. I got like a real good plan on how to prepare my week. So when it comes Saturday or Friday, whenever the game is, I'm like real confident. So yeah.
Mate, nailing it. And obviously the kicking game as well. Like, is that in the week? Because I think you've got the third most kicking meters in our team this year.
I'm not allowed to kick during the weekend. Piggy bans me from doing any kicking. He's like, man, you might do a hammy or something. But I just think that just comes from like playing backyard footy.
Yeah.
It's second nature, like get the ball and there's space out back, so just give it a good nudge.
Mate, got it on an absolute straight. But this one thing about this podcast and like trying to do some research on you, there wasn't much about like online about you. You're not on many socials other than TikTok. You've never done a podcast, so a little bit of an unknown, and I guess that's why so many people are so keen to hear more about you. So I am keen to hear a little bit more about what it was like for you at the start of your journey. And you mentioned playing in the backyard, but what was it like for you?
I was so I'm born and bred in Auckland.
Yeah,
and I was born in Middlemore Hospital. That you
same, same year too.
And I grew up 21 years of my life in Otara.
Yeah.
Home of the brave, shout out Otara. Little wee hood there, so I love my time there in Otara. Grew up there and went to school, Sherman Hillary. We used to stay out in like a dead end street out in Eccles Place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, that's where like my first ever like rugby or touch sort of like where I fell in love with it.
How old were you at this stage?
5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Well,
Did you have siblings?
I got 3 younger brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But when I was growing up, we used to stay at a 3-bedroom house with my auntie, my uncle, and my grandparents. So there was about like 20 of us.
Oh, that's right.
In this 3-bedroom house, and we would all like stack up like into one bedroom.
Where were your parents?
My parents they were in the middle room.
Oh.
My grandparents had one room, and then my auntie and uncle had the other room with her 4 kids. Yeah.
Oh, far out. It's a busy house.
Yeah. And I was the only kid at that time, so I had like, we're growing up, we had like I had 4 older brothers, I'd say, but they were like my cousins.
Yeah.
Every time my parents would go bingo, we'd play rugby on the bed, on top of the bed.
Yeah.
Like one hole in the house. Like there'd be like a massive hole in the wall. My mum would get home and be like, what the hell happened here? Would cover it with like a photo or something. Or cover it with a blanket. But that's where it sort of like all started, like my love for footy, playing with like my older cousins, older brothers, I call them.
Yeah. So your younger brother's a lot younger than you?
Yeah, a lot younger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They didn't come till my auntie and uncle moved out, and then my little brothers sort of came along.
So how old were you when your next one was born?
5, I think it was.
Okay,
yeah. So not too old.
True. And you were initially a cricket player, am I right?
Yeah, played a little bit of cricket. I started off with Samoan cricket, actually.
Did you?
Kilikiti.
Yeah.
My whole family are like into it. So that dead end street, we would play touch or we would play cricket.
Yeah.
And we used to like grab like a wood stick and carve like a sort of bat into it. make it into a bat.
Yeah.
We'd get like a tennis ball and just play cricket.
Right.
Yeah, so we got into that way, like play cricket or a bit of touch.
And you're pretty good by all accounts.
I'm all right. I'm not good, but I'm all good.
Yeah. Bowler or batter? What was your
All round, I reckon.
were you?
Yeah.
Because I remember the mini team challenge must have been about a month ago. You lined up for the bowling competition, and
Everyone doubted me.
Everyone doubted you. No one had faith for you at the wicket, but you steamed him. Left arm or no? Right.
No, right.
Man, and just some technique on you, and just nailed middle stump, and crowd went wild.
It was actually like one of the coolest moments. You know, when you have those moments, you're like, oh, I actually feel like the man. I actually went home because one of the marketing team was recording.
Oh, yeah.
I messaged her straight away. I was like, can you send me the video? So I got it on my phone now if you want to see it. I go revisit it every now and then just to boost my ego sometimes.
So if that was you with the ball, like you must have been pretty good with the bat. Like opener?
Yeah, opener for my family cricket team.
Oh, you never played club or anything?
No, I just play school.
Oh, you did play school. Yeah.
I actually don't want to brag, but like I actually hold the record at Auckland at my school.
What, at college?
Yeah. T20 at the LSL. I think it was like 150 something rounds off like 60 balls.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is impressive.
I won't say what division we were playing for, but just leave it at that. Cut the rest of them.
So were you aggressive batter?
I'll just swing.
Swing.
Just swing, man, and hope. Swing and hope.
Man, that's a huge score.
Yeah, really buzzy. Yeah.
Did you ever think about going down the cricket path?
I did get asked though.
Yeah.
After that game, I got asked to go play cricket, but no, I always loved footy.
Yeah.
Didn't really think of cricket as like as something that I could go far in. I just always had rugby in mind.
Who asked you? Was it like an academy?
Yeah, it was like academy in Auckland now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but didn't really.
What do you love about rugby more than cricket?
I think because my dad loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My dad loved rugby. He'd always come to my rugby games, always drop me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, that was always the reason.
Because you didn't start till, what, 15 or something, was it?
Yeah.
When did you start playing proper rugby?
Started in 13.
Oh, 13.
Yeah, I think it was. I was playing for Marist.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for one of my best mate's dad's team. His dad was the coach. Funny story, man. I wasn't allowed to play footy at all.
Was that your parents?
Yeah.
But your dad loved it. Your mum didn't want you to. Is that how it worked?
Yeah. My mate's old man was like coaching a team under 13s at the time, and he was looking for numbers. My mate came into school and he was like, "Bro, you want to play like rugby?" And I was like, "Yo, I'd be keen," but my parents won't let me play.
Oh.
And so he went home to his dad and got his dad to come over to my house and ask my nana. We were staying with my nana out in Ota. So his dad drove all the way from where they were staying and came to our house in Ota and asked my nana if I could play. And
what'd you say?
my nana said, yeah. Because she was Samoan and my nana was Samoan as well. He was speaking to Samoan. So and I could understand. And then, after that, my mum was like, just because he came to our house, I'll let you go play. And then that's where it sort of started.
Oh, that's cool.
So like, every time like I think about it, it's like, man, I'm always like grateful and thankful that he came over to my house and asked that.
Made the effort, eh?
Yeah.
Man, that's powerful. And when you weren't a front rower by then, were you?
No, I was actually a midfielder.
Midfielder, I can tell. You can tell you've got a bit of back in you. 12.
Yeah. Played a bit of midfield, 12, 13.
Oh.
It was just one of those ones, just cut with the first 5 down. no passing skills, no nothing, no, just up the guts.
Up the guts. But you would have had your kicking game too.
Tried. I tried. I didn't kick back then, didn't pass, was just cut with the first 5 or just pass the centre or up the guts.
So when did you move into hooker?
I started in the midfield, moved to 6 first.
Oh, yeah.
Flanker.
Slowly work your way in.
Slowly working my way in. was 2, and then got to the point where I was like too short for 6.
Yeah.
And then it got like too big this one off season. And I just got shoved into the front row and moved into hooker prop, loose head prop.
How'd you find it? Because they say you have to be pretty unique character to enjoy the front row, but did you enjoy it from the start?
Nah, not really.
Get me back in the back
I'll
line.
be honest, nah, man.
I'll practice my passing.
Yeah, 100. I was like, man, get me back out there, man. I don't like it here.
Yeah.
But then, like, the more you like started playing under 14, under 15, then like the more I played it, I just fell in love with being a hooker, and then sort of made the age grades in Auckland, and then I was like, oh no, I'm staying.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And did you have any injuries through that time?
Bro, I had a lot of like injuries like growing up.
Yeah.
I've had like 4 surgeries already.
What on?
I did my ankle. This one, that's like a different story. Did my ankle, did my thumb, shoulder, head.
True.
Like a lot of concussions.
How'd you do your ankle?
Oh, bro, it wasn't in school, but it was like just after sort of signed off counties, and then playing club rugby at Manurua.
Oh, yeah.
And like, I always remember like it was just because I told myself, man, I don't want to play, because I forgot why I didn't want to play it, but I was like, oh man, I don't want to play this game. It was just before we were going to start the county season.
Oh.
Then I went into the field, and there was like a pothole on the field. Counties fields, man.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. But it was like a massive pothole on the field, and like stood in it, and then went in for a tackle, but got knocked out at the same time.
Oh, brutal.
But like I woke up, had like a massive seizure, like on the field, shaking on the field, and then like everyone like woke me up, and then I was like slowly like getting up. Everyone's like, don't look at your ankle, don't look at your ankle. I was like, that's the last thing you tell me, because now I want to look at my ankle.
Yeah.
So I couldn't feel anything. And I looked over at my ankle's like on the other side.
Oh, yeah.
And bro, that's when I started crying. Didn't even feel any pain, but I was just crying because I seen my ankles like that.
Yeah.
Looked up and I seen my mum was crying.
After a seizure.
Yeah, after the seizure.
Couldn't be worse.
Yeah, looked up, seen my mum was crying, and I was like, oh. Bro, and then after that, like this whole massive conversation with my old lady, I don't want you to play footy anymore.
Yeah. So how did that go down?
No, it was all good. She was like, told me she didn't want like see me like that again.
Mm.
But I was like so like stubborn. I told her, nah, man, like I know I can, I can go far in my footy career. My dad, like he had my dad as well. Like he was just like, man, whatever you want, like I'll support you 100%. Like, if you want to go back out and play, you can go and play. And I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
So I just went out and jammed in.
Did you ever think about giving it up?
Nah.
Nah.
I always knew I was like pretty all good at footy, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'd play and I'd enjoy myself and I'd be doing well, and like it was never a thought in my mind that I was going to give it up. Like no matter what like setback I had, even when I did my shoulder surgery, shoulder reconstruction, that was like real tough coming back from rehab.
Yeah. When was that one? A year later?
No, this was before.
Oh, you'd done your shoulder
I done
already.
my shoulder before, just coming out of school.
And when was your thumb? Before
after
that?
The ankle. Yeah, straight after the ankle, bro. So I had like no proper season where I like went with no injury.
Oh, true.
And then I did my knee as well, a meniscus straight after, before I came down to Crusaders, my first year.
Yeah.
So like that whole like sort of build up of 18 build up of my career was just like, man, full of injuries. How
hard's that, like post school? Like obviously all your mates and stuff, the guys in these rep teams are probably making their professional careers now. You probably feel like you're as good, or you should be there as well, but these injuries are holding you back, and you know you're probably good enough, you're just not getting the opportunity.
I think it's just like it was like real tough at the time, like seeing like a few of my mates. But like, man, I always had like massive belief in myself, and like I said before, man, my old man, like I cared a lot of like where I am now to him, like the belief he had in me to keep me like going and to keep me motivated. Like just tell me like, let's go, we'll go for a run, or we'll go do some tackling drills or something. Like just go, like, keep working hard. Like your time will come. And I was like, okay, sweet. So I just kept like believing in myself, and even though like things weren't going my way, like still working hard, still like trying to like crack it.
Yeah.
And I guess like it all worked out in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, has it what? Because you were captain of the Counties under-19s, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. I captained the County 19
With Cam Roygard as the vice captain.
Yeah.
What a group of captains.
Bro, it was actually buzzy, eh? Yeah, I think it was just, it was so funny, like having, like now that I look back at it with Cam, I always have it over him, mate.
Yeah.
Every time I see him, I was captain, mate. Your voice. Nah, but he's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you always have that leadership quality, or were you always sort of seen upon as a leader?
I actually don't know.
Yeah.
Good question to ask Stephen Donovan.
Oh, was he the
He was our coach.
Was he? Oh,
Yeah.
true.
I think it was just like because I got along with everyone,
Yeah.
and sort of everyone just like, you know, like would always like listen if I was like to say something, or like just real good around the boys. So
Yeah.
it's just like I don't know. Yeah, probably that's the reason why.
Man, that's cool. And then you've gone through sort of why it's sort of taken as long as it has to make it in Super Rugby, but with the injuries and the setbacks. But 2022 Crusaders, or was it 2023 Crusaders debut?
23.
23.
Yeah.
Debut over in Fiji.
Yeah.
You don't get many tougher places to make your debut.
Holy.
What do you remember about that game, and how were you feeling going into it?
The last penalty I gave away to lose us the game.
Yeah.
Oh man. It was actually like such like a proud moment for me, like, and my family. Didn't think I would debut for the Crusaders.
Yeah.
Still buzzy to say it now, eh? But like my whole family were like buzzing out when I told them. Like the call before that I was coming down for preseason was more like, holy.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was actually like buzzy as it did.
How did they react? What was your mum's reaction?
She was like, are you sure? Like, is this a prank or? Because I was at the gym at the time when Piggy called me.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, we want you to come down for preseason. I was like, oh, yeah, sweet.
Was it a little bit out of the blue?
I was so out of the blue, eh? Like, I didn't even think, like, anything. Like, I was going to get anything. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm just going to train and go play club again and just see how I go there. And then got the call that I was coming down for preseason, which was pretty buzzy, eh?
Yeah.
I actually thought it was a joke as well, because couple weeks before that, I got like you know, like at NPC, you get those prank calls from like the senior group.
Yeah.
I got like an advertisement or something, but I got that call like a couple weeks before. So in my head, I was like, nah, this is probably one of the leaders playing a joke on me.
Yeah.
And then like my agent hit me up about it. And he was like, oh yeah, sweet. Like they actually want you because, you know, a few of their boys got the All Blacks dress or All Black 15 dress. I was like, oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah, cool.
And buzzed out, got the opportunity. And then, yeah, I'm rambling now, eh?
You're
forgot about
flow,
the Fiji question. But yeah, like.
Even in that Fiji game, you did you score 2 tries?
No, I scored a try.
Scored the match-winning try in the corner, wasn't it? Hey? It was about to be the match-winning.
It was about to be the match-winning try.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, well, I scored the try and the more try at the end there, and then to take us 20, I remember the score, 24-22.
Yeah.
It was to go 24-22, and then
we had to catch the kickoff and kick it out, basically, didn't we?
Yeah. It was, and then I wanted to name names, but someone dropped the kick off.
It was his fault.
It was his fault. And then we just had to defend, and then, man, I remember like going over for the ball.
Yeah.
But I did not have my hands on the ball. Like, if you go watch the video back, my hands are not on the ball, but I was just lying there.
Yeah.
And then the ref, I just seen his arm go advantage, and it was like right in the middle of the post. I was like, oh.
Brutal, eh?
So brutal, eh?
How does that sit with you over the next, like, obviously such a proud moment to make your debut, but
yeah,
a moment like that, feeling like, man, I've let the team down, or how you feeling at the time? I
was actually like, felt so bad, eh? That I like let the team down, but like the boys at that time, like Leo, Shay, Times, you know, Rich when he was there as well.
Yeah.
Gio, all the boys were like real helpful, and like, man, there was moments where we could have won the game before that. Like, you don't have to feel bad.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy your debut, like your debut and stuff like that. And so it made it a lot more easier. But it's still like inside my head, I was like, oh man, I've lost this game. And I remember the week after that, we came up with the Ajax call.
Oh, yeah.
And I always remember, like, every time we bring up the Ajax call, I was like, man, I was the reason why. I was the reason why that call ever got made.
And then was it the following week against the Rebels, or it wasn't too long after you get an opportunity against the Rebels, and man, the try of the year that year burst through, and the celebration that we always will remember you for is the Superman one.
The Superman celebration. Yeah. I think the build up to that was codes went down during the flight. I don't think he went down. I think he had like a family thing that went on.
Yeah.
So he couldn't travel, and then I got the call from Piggy to pack my bags and come over the next day, and then sort of met with everyone. And I think everyone's like so good in making you feel comfortable, like to go out there and do a job. So when I got there, like everyone was like, "Oh, we back you" and stuff. So when I went out to play, I was like very like confident in what I had to do, and no, I didn't have to do much. Just do my role, get us the line out, win us the scrum, and that was it. And then the rest like sort of just flows. Like that's just extra stuff, like the footy running around. That's just extra stuff. So yeah,
mate, that's and talk me through the try.
Nah. I actually don't remember much of it. I can't remember.
You knew where the camera was.
It's not hard to, it's like one in every corner.
Oh, yeah. You just find a corner.
Just find a corner and hope that they
Had you planned the Superman thing?
Yeah, I said on the interview before that I didn't plan it, but I actually was in my I was in my room the night before the game, like just visualizing
the moment.
That's it. That's
cool. Do you always plan your celebrations?
Some I do, some I don't.
Some are just off
the cuff.
Because you had a good one at school too. I saw the video of you kicking the ball away.
Oh yeah, that was actually a club, babe.
Oh, club, was it? Yeah.
I was trying to be like Stephen Crichton, but I forgot that the union rules are the ball that you score the try with is the ball you have to kick the conversion with. Oh mate, it's on my TikTok. So I kicked the ball away. So funny. Like took me like good 5-10 minutes like looking for the ball because it was like in the car park, and it was so crazy because I could have kicked and like crack someone's window and I would have had to pay like, oh my gosh, it was actually so stupid.
And the ref's just like, go get it.
Yeah, he's like, go get the ball. And the game had to get stopped for like a good 5-10 minutes just for me looking for the ball in the car park. I actually got a slap for that after the game.
From your mum?
My mum. It came after, like, because after all the games, I always go to my parents and say hi.
Yeah.
I went up to go, like, hug my mum and just gave me the biggest slap. They never want to see you do that again. I was like, yeah, sweet. That celebration is cut off the list. Never again do that.
That's why you have to practice to make sure you've got one that doesn't involve the ball.
Hard.
Oh, that's funny. And then obviously the end of that season, you win it that season.
Yeah.
Super Rugby champion, your first season in the Crusaders. So what was that moment like for you?
I was actually so buzzy, like, because I was traveling reserve in the final, and so I had to like got to witness like the whole atmosphere of the crowd, and just being there was actually like so buzzy, and then it was just didn't think I'd like be a part of a championship team, but it was like so cool at the time, and just like seeing how much it meant to, like, for me, like I didn't really understand how big it was, but like seeing how much it meant to like the other boys was so buzzy, like for the like just seeing how it meant to me to the other boys was so cool.
And then obviously the year after wasn't quite the same success story. Like, how did that year compare for you?
It was tough, like being a part of that second year. Sort of I've like not, because I only got like 3 opportunities to play, so it was like real tough just because I got injured a lot that year as well, last year. So it was just like real hard being on the sideline, not being able to help the boys in any way.
Yeah.
And then just seeing what the brothers had to go through and all like the scrutiny that they were getting. And
Yeah.
I felt so bad for the boys. I even copped a few as well when I was playing because I was playing trash. You can't help but like look at commentators.
Yeah.
But I was getting grilled and I was like, whoa. But like, yeah, I just felt so bad like for the boys. But that's why like this year feels just like a little bit more sweeter. Right? Like telling the boys like a couple of weeks ago, man, it's actually like like sort of a redemption year. Like, feels like, a lot better when you like get one up over the teams that like.
Oh, makes a massive difference.
Like, sort of just like the feeling of last year, like when you like losing all these games to these teams, and then like this year when you like finally like get to play them again and you win, you're just like, I can't swear, but like, yeah.
And you mentioned the comments you're saying. What do you? Because you're not on social media other than TikTok, eh?
Yeah.
So is that where you see the comments on TikTok?
Yeah. All my family, like, well, I've told them now to stop sending me.
Oh, they send you the.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, are you like.
Here's another negative comment on you.
What about you? Bro, look what this person's saying about you. I'm like, bro, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, so I've told them to stop sending me like stuff like that, or if they see stuff like that, just don't send it to me. I'm not really keen on seeing it.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why you're not on socials, like Insta or Facebook or anything, or is there a reason you've stayed off those?
My parents actually at the beginning sort of like protected me because from like going on social media and stuff. So I wasn't allowed growing up. And then sort of when I got to the age where I was able to get it, 18, 19, like where they were like a little bit more open to me. I just didn't see the point in it.
Yeah.
I just, like, I grew up not having it. It's just like, why do I need it now?
Yeah.
And so I just stayed off it.
But TikTok is your element, eh?
I think it's because it came out like around the time where I was like able to get one. So I was just like, and I seen everyone on it and I was like, oh, you know what? I'll just get TikTok in.
Yeah.
Just sort of scrolled. And I was like real nervous to post at first because I didn't know what people would say. But then when it got to the point where I was like, I didn't care, I just started posting anything.
Yeah. And now look at your mate, you and Christian in particular.
Oh, bro, he's actually been a massive help, eh?
Yeah.
He's like real big and like, bro, just post it. Who cares what people say? Like, who cares? So like every time I do a dance with him, or we have like we've got like an ongoing battle at the moment. We're mocking each other on TikTok, posting like mocking videos of each other on TikTok. So it's like pretty funny. Yeah.
Have you always been a good dancer, or like where have you got your dance skills from? Because you're pretty good on there.
I think you're being nice, mate.
Wait, you're good compared to me.
Nah, just from like growing up, White Sunday or church dances that we do. I think that's where the rhythm comes from, I guess.
Yeah. So you're a bit of a performer in the church scene?
What is that? I got forced to do it. But mum, don't listen. I didn't really have a choice.
Yeah. Just, is that singing, dancing? Is that everything?
Yeah. Singing, dancing. You just sort of get shoved in there. Go do it.
How do you go at singing?
Not the best though.
No, you know Christian.
Oh no Christian. No George Bauer.
No George Bauer. He is a voice.
No Christian. Probably just a little bit lower than those guys.
Sort of like a backup guy for them.
Yeah, just more.
That's sort of your role.
Yeah. But
you can hold your own on the move.
That's it.
A talent, a special talent. Yeah. And obviously we've spoken a little bit around 2025 and your form. Where do you see it? Where do you see the year finishing for you? Have you looked ahead or made many plans? Can't afford to.
Nah. But I'm real like bad and like that. I don't think too far ahead.
Yeah.
Obviously I have a goal. I have a goal in mind of what I want to do. But I'm real like week to week, day by day.
Yeah.
What I need to do to like obviously perform well on Saturday, and that's like my Monday to Fridays. Like, so I'm like real day by day.
Yeah.
Take it as it comes.
Left,
What I need to do tomorrow, sweet, write it down. What I need to do on Wednesday, write it down. So
Yeah.
just, I don't think too far ahead, to be
Yeah.
honest. Yeah.
What's that ultimate goal that you've got written down?
Oh, obviously, I think it's like I think for everyone, it's one day to wear that black jersey. But I think if it doesn't happen, then it's what it is. But
Yeah.
like, that's the ultimate goal for sure.
Is the fact that you've got Cody Taylor, George Bell,
Yeah.
two All Black hookers in the environment with you, does that give you confidence that you're not far off being an All Black, or there's not a huge gap to that level?
Yeah. Oh, bro, those boys are really good in that. Like, they help me heaps. And I sort of ask Belly, like, I'm real close with Belly, like what that level is like and what do I need to do to sort of get there. And he's like real helpful in that.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, like, doesn't really faze me. Like, just know that I need to focus on playing well for Crusaders, and
Yeah.
the rest will take care of itself.
Yeah. Have you had any feedback from All Black coaches? I know there's a lot of talk around you in the media circles, but has there been any feedback from the All Black guys?
No, just seen times and how are you, mate?
Yeah.
Good, sweet. Nah, nothing.
Yeah. Mate, well, you're 24, aren't you? So
Yeah.
And because of those injuries that sort of slowed the start of your
Yeah.
career down, you've got a lot of footy
Yeah.
left in you. And
100.
mate, the way you're playing, geez, would not look out of place in All Blacks jersey, that's for sure.
Cheers.
I know you're so humble and you hate talking yourself up,
Yeah.
even talking about this stuff. But we have gone to our questions, and I know there's been a lot that have come in. Well, this is a little bit life after footy, but question was, when are you and Christian going to take on a full-time TikTok career?
Probably never, mate.
Never. You'd never go full-time
Nah.
on it. You don't love it that much.
No, I don't love it
It's just
that
a wee
much.
side hustle.
That's it, Just something to do on the side for fun.
What are you thinking life
Nice.
after footy?
I actually like go back into like something around helping the community. I study nursing out.
Did you?
Yeah.
Jeez, you keep that quiet the whole episode.
Yeah. I used to study nursing.
Yeah.
I started off, because when I went to LSI College,
Yeah.
there was this minimal hospital right across.
True.
And I used to take my granddad to dialysis.
Yeah.
My granddad used to do dialysis, and I would wake up in the morning, 6 a.m, go to like the taxi with him, like prep him in his wheelchair and stuff, and take him with him. And would like go to the dialysis and weigh him and like do all this stuff. And
Yeah.
that sort of got a routine of it. And then when I got there, like there was a lot of islanders in the dialysis area.
Yeah.
And I was like their sort of translator, like I'd help them out with what they needed, or like what, like to ask the nurses and stuff. And I was like only 15 at the time. And so like I'd help my granddad, then go help out like one of the other old ladies, help out the other, like another old man, just with the translation of stuff. And then after that, I'd go straight to school. And then after school, come back and like help my old man, or my granddad.
Yeah.
Or like we'll have like during like school holidays, I'd go stay with him because it's like 6 to 12.
Yeah.
So I'd go stay with him from like 6 to like 12 in the afternoon, jump in the taxi. Like it was like a normal routine for me. And then like, but like the more I did it, the reason why I went down, like I studied nursing was just that translation. Like there was a lot of like people like islanders in there, but there was not a lot of islander nurses.
Yeah.
And so like I was like, man, like I really want to go down that route and help out our people, the islander people, the Pacific Island people, just with that. And so like that's why I went in down the nursing route, and then sort of went to 20s camp, and then that just went straight down. My grades just went straight down. And like with nursing, I don't know if it's still the same now, but It's like 5 years. It takes you 5 years to do it.
5 years to become a nurse. Far
Oh, like, I think it's 3 years. I think it is.
Yeah.
Well, there's like an extra year to do something. But like, you have to do it in like a 5 year span, I think it is.
Yeah.
But my 5 year span finished ages ago. So if I go back, I have to start again.
Oh, you couldn't do the juggle like Christian.
Nah.
Man,
But when I was watching his episode, I was like, bro, I actually like got a lot of respect for him, because that's crazy.
so hard, eh?
Yeah, so hard, eh? But yeah, I probably might end up going back to nursing or something around that.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Just such a kind, helpful person, naturally, aren't you? Like that. Not many 15-year-olds would be willing to give that up to go and sit in the hospital, but man.
I guess if it's for your family, then you would,
Yeah. Man, what a legend. Jeez, that was a sidetrack, but that's our best sidetrack sort of question ever. Next one, what are some tips you would say to a young, aspiring hooker?
Probably like a young, how old are we saying? Yeah.
Three.
Three. Keep growing, mate. Just to enjoy it, enjoy playing footy.
Yeah.
Don't look too far ahead. Just enjoy the now and focus on a lot on your throwing, man. The core roles, I think, is like the most important. A lot of teams don't really. It's nice to have a hooker that can, run around, but it's good if you can get a hooker it's better that they can throw and scrum. They can do his core roles.
Man, now that is gold advice. Okay? The core roles and the fact that you just love footy. And I think that's what sort of got you through all those tough times of those injuries and stuff. You just love the game so much. And it was never a question of coming back because you loved it. So, geez, that's good advice for the young hookers out there. Okay, next one. What do you love more, a chahu after a jackal penalty or a celebration after a try? What's your go-to?
I guess it depends on the situation. Like if
that draw one was a penalty, that would have been the moment.
Yeah, if that draw one was a penalty, that definitely would have been like topped it.
Yeah,
I guess like scoring a try, like it's all good, but like, it's not. Yeah, scoring a try is actually pretty cool. I'm trying to downplay it. I'm trying to downplay it, but scoring a try is actually, I'd say scoring a try is actually cool. Yeah.
And you've got a few this year too.
Yeah.
Being on fire. Okay, all-time favourite celebration. Maybe not yours, but anyone's.
I love is it Liam Masanga?
Oh, yeah. The Dougie. Is it Dougie?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. I rate that.
Oh, is that your next one?
Nah, not me. Or the Christian Leo Willie bow.
Oh, the bow and arrow. Yeah, that was good.
That was probably the worst. That was probably like the top 5 worst celebrations I've seen.
Sad. Okay, next one. Mr. Subway cookies. It's not really a question.
Really?
Well, what does that mean? Was that your big go-to, was it?
I don't know who likes that. I don't know if you've had the white macadamia chocolate cookies.
Oh, yes, I have.
From some bar. I'd buy like 6 of those, like 6 for $6.
Yeah, that's your lunch.
that was like my tea and biscuits. Like after dinner, I was on but like told Conrad about it. Conrad, gotta stop doing that. It just not help me. It's like, yeah, sweet.
Oh, was that even when you're in the Crusaders?
Yeah. 100, bro. I was doing it like my first 2 years,
Man, okay. So then that's where that 5 kgs
5 kgs, yeah. 100%, bro. 100%.
Next question. How does it feel to be a great Linwood man?
Bro, I've actually like gotten like so much cut from this. I don't know if you know, but like my first 2 years I was with Sumner.
Oh, where? Oh, yeah.
When I first came down, like me, Leo, got like shifted straight to Sumner from Razor.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was his club. So I went and played my club rugby out for Sumner for the first 2 years. And then like this year just decided to go with Linwood. And now everyone's giving me like so much like well, I can't swear, but like so much crap over it. They're like, why'd you switch clubs? Why'd you switch to Linwood? I was just like, man, they just offered me a better deal, to be honest. I still love Sumner, man. Like, don't want to bring any business, but like Sumner was like a real good club to me, and they really like looked after me well in this first 2 years. But I just, into Linwood this year.
Oh,
that's all it is.
And you're loving it.
That's it.
Feels great to be a Linwood man.
That's it, man.
Okay, next one. Favourite player growing up?
I got two. I used to love watching my position, Kevin Bellamo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone compares you to Kevy.
I love Kevy. I got like a photo of him when I was younger, back when I was playing.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I still got it on my phone now. Like,
That's cool.
Yeah, it's so buzzy. I was just seeing it. Actually, he was like one of my favorite players growing up. And then also Milani.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I grew up,
cool.
so our family's like real close. Like, grew up in church together. So like, I knew all his little brothers like real well, Kitty and Cody. Like, we grew up all together, so we're like real close.
Yeah.
But like, the reason why he was my favorite player was because like, I'd see him play for the Blues, and then he would come to church the next day, and I'd be like, damn, I was just watching this guy like on TV like the night before.
Yeah.
And now he's here, and I sort of like, oh, man, I want to be like him. Like, just like go play and then come back to church and like see him in person. It was actually like so buzzy.
That's cool. And then your first year at the Crusaders, he was here as well.
Yeah, it was his first year as well. So it was just like so buzzy.
Yeah.
And like, just with him the whole time, like after rugby park, I'd go over to his house, we'd jam the game and stuff like that.
Did he know that he was your hero?
Nah, never tell him. Never tell him, bro. He is probably one of the most big-headed dudes I know. If I tell him, man, he's never hear the end of it. But he's probably going to hear it now. But
Oh, that's funny. Okay. This one came in twice, actually. Does he have a girlfriend? You're quite popular, You're quite popular.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a beautiful Tongan partner up in Auckland.
Oh, nice.
We've been dating for like the last 2 and a bit years now, almost 3 years. Yeah.
Does your mum know? Because I heard her say that you're not allowed one until you're 30.
Yeah, that's actually true. So, if Mum, if you're watching this, that's your way to find out. I've been telling my mum, like, trying to throw her hints, but she just doesn't want to hear it.
Oh, she doesn't know.
She doesn't know, but it's all good. Yeah. So,
Oh, good on you. Okay. Who's your favourite superhero?
favorite superhero? Spider-Man.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just love how like funny he is, and like can fly around in his webs and stuff.
Yeah, man.
He's real good, eh? I don't know. That's the last question I'm going to ask me. What's your favorite superhero?
Good answer, though. Okay, greatest De La Salle player ever.
Ooh.
There's been a few, eh?
Yeah. I think two comes to mind. Isaiah Toiava.
Oh, yeah. Ice.
Yeah. Watched him a lot growing up. He was like gun player, eh?
Yeah.
Wanted to be like him. And then there was also John Curran.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch him, but I just heard he was an All Black. I've seen that one highlight of him scoring. It was at Italy. He runs around. I was like, oh, yeah, he's the man. I was like, yeah, those are the two that comes to mind.
Yeah. Well, how old Isaiah Toiava been when you were at school? Was he an All Black? He would have been an All Black. Because he was thrown in there real quickly, eh? Like,
I think
straight out of school.
Yeah, I think he was in that 2011 team, eh?
Mm.
So I would have watched them like growing up, and also like being in Auckland and being a Blues fan. I'd watch him a lot, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What role does nutrition play in your training and performance?
Bro, it's massive, eh? Like, I took it. I knew a lot of it growing up, and like being in like semi-professional, professional environments. Didn't really like take it seriously till like, I'll be honest, till this year.
Yeah.
And like the difference it makes for like your performance and just how clear your mind is. Like, I feel like sometimes we eat a lot of junk food, it's just real sluggish.
Yeah.
And but like it's helped me heaps this year. Like, I finally like, and I think it's helped staying with Tom and his partner. Like, they're just freaks at like what they eat. Holy.
So you're with Tom Christie.
Yeah, I'm with Tom Christie.
Who were you with previously?
I was with Times and Lick and Christian, the worst to this day. I heard Taha's podcast about them, bro. I was like, that's so true. The worst to this day were fake. I was nah, but it was good in other ways, but like for my nutrition, it was probably the not good decision, and that's on me as well. Like, I'm the one that makes the decision at the end of the day. But this year, like, just having like a real big focus on my nutrition, my sleep as well, like, bro, it's made a massive difference. Coming into Mondays, feeling a lot more refreshed, not feeling like too sore after a game.
Yeah.
Like, the body recovers a lot faster as well, so
mate, it's fascinating. Heaps, and look at the performance it's showing.
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Okay. How do you fuel up before a big game? What would be your...
Depends. If we're in Auckland the night before, pizza pasta, the boys.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah, we just go Labashetta, have pizza pasta, the boys. Wake up, normal breakfast. Don't want to change too much.
Yeah.
Eggs and toast.
Yeah.
And then have like a lunch, probably like a burrito wrap or something. And then just do a normal...
Pre-matches has been the same for the last 20 years.
Holy, hasn't changed though.
Chicken, potato.
Chicken, mashed potato, and baked beans. And then add in a little bit of lettuce just so the nutrition looks as happy that you got your veggies in. And then a scone.
A scone to finish.
The scone is the best part of
extra cream.
Yeah, extra cream, extra jam.
Okay, you've sort of mentioned this one, but how do you balance indulgence with performance? So obviously, back in the day, you were a little bit more indulgence.
Yeah.
Now you're a little bit more performance.
That's it, I think it's just, now it's like more eating to perform and not eating to get or to be happy or to make the taste buds happy. But like, I do I'm not going to lie and say I don't eat I still have like a cheeky chocolate or like a chips now and then, but like a lot less than what I used to consume,
like the 6 Subway cookies daily.
Yeah, bro, a lot less than that. Like, probably after a game, you can probably get away with having a cheeky ice cream or something.
Yeah,
but after that, just back to eating clean.
Cole Preston.
Bro, we were with him on the weekend, and after the game, we went to Macca's, had a feed, and the man wouldn't eat Macca's,
No, never has.
Oh, I was like, what? That's so crazy. And then we stopped at the BP, and he had a pie. I was like, what's the difference? I was like, you're taking the piss, bro. You're not eating Macca's, but you're eating a pie. It's no difference. It was actually so funny,
Okay, last question. Best piece of advice for a Woodlad listener?
I think this is something that I've always sort of stuck with me is it's like that old saying, what's done in the dark will shine in the light.
Oh.
I was a big believer in that, so whatever you do behind closed doors and when people are not looking, it will always come to light, so.
Man, that is good.
That's one thing that I always sticks with me,
I love that.
Yeah.
And that's you working in the dark. More this year than ever before, you reckon? You've done more work and behind the scenes.
I think I've worked hard a lot, but just on other aspects of the game. The research before games.
Yeah.
I've never done that before,
yeah.
Staying on the laptops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Never do that before. Never would watch clips on another team. Or just go out and play and hope, just having fun.
Yeah.
But they can only take you so far, you actually have to do the hard yards too.
That's cool. So the whole professional side of the game has just been opened up to you, really, isn't it? You've just been a baller who just loves playing. And you're good at it. And now you're working out the whole nutrition, the clips, that whole side of things. And
it's been my 3rd year down here. So.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by world class players. You're bound to rub off them. You're seeing the boys. the laptops and stuff like that, and then seeing them with like preparing their lunches, and it's like, makes a massive difference. Massive difference.
And we've heard how much you called Cody the week you were starting, but he must be a massive influence on you, because he is
100%.
the ultimate professional.
100%. Call him Sensei,
Sensei, that's a good name.
Yeah. That's my nickname for him. I call him Sensei. Just everything he does, man, I try and, emulate it and try and, but I also, have my own, don't want to change too much on myself, like keep
your strengths.
Yeah, my strengths, and just sort of, take what I can from him.
Man, it's exciting to see or think about where you're going to get to over the next few years. Man, like with what I'm hearing and what you've done this year, it's been pretty special to watch, and you're a special talent, and mate, looking forward to following your journey and hopefully working with you over the next few more years to come. I know you've got probably a few contractual things to work out over the next wee while, but fingers crossed we can keep you here at the Crusaders and
100.
Keep that ball rolling.
Just the start, man.
Just
exciting.
The start. Appreciate you coming on, man. What a journey.
Thanks, mate.
What a lad.
Appreciate it.